things to crack on with for today, so I want to get all my packing done for Wednesday for heading to Wales. Get out on the bike for a easy VO2 max session today, 4x4 minutes. Then give the bike a good clean, re-wax the chain. It's going to be a bit wet tomorrow, so just do my endurance ride on the turbo, brake in the chain. Check the geometry of the bike, I think it's within UCI range. I don't have to adjust anything on the day after checking it with the jig. Me and Matt set it up so that it is UCI legal, but just want to check that the height of the arm pad cups is 12 centimetres and the saddle's more than 5 centimetres behind the bottom bracket. Raining this morning and then it's stopped now, but still quite windy out there. But get out for a VO2 max session, do like a 15-minute tempo warm-up and then 4x4 minutes like I said. Good little session that. Won't lie, it wasn't amazing. My legs felt a little bit laboured. I did that first tempo I felt up the hill, and yeah, my legs just like really tighten up during it, and I'm like doing 320 watts for like under 15 minutes, and I'm like, surely this session's not going to be good. But sure enough, decent efforts up the hill into the headwind. First three were about 470-ish, decent. And then that last one I did it up my favourite segment again, and I did 510 watts for 4 minutes when I did it last week as that 9th rep, and again I was around that 510, 512, 515, something like that, but with a lot windier today, so I was absolutely motoring up that hill, and I was able to be in a much preferred gear, higher cadence, and yeah, so I should have improved on my KOM, which is nice. A little bit of cornering practice, coming back up to cross pull, doing the effort, it means you don't get to spin the legs out as much, so just going doing a little bit of cornering practice to keep me moving, but nothing crazy for the day. So session was a bit over an hour, just a little bit of cornering practice for 20 minutes, but that's like not even zone 1. But yeah, nothing more I can do now. It's keep the legs moving, keep them feeling nice, but no training stimulus. I mean, this wasn't even training stimulus. This was just kind of a refresher to make sure the legs and the heart feel what it's like to get moving at a decent pace. Not doing anything silly until Thursday. So 2 hours zone 2 ride on the turbo tomorrow. Spend some time in position. Recon the course on Wednesday, and then showtime. Mate, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Honestly, I should have the best legs of my life. And yeah, we'll just see how we get on. Like it's really exciting stuff, to be honest. Like it's a great opportunity to have. Enjoy the experience, soak it up, and then come back next year to really be a competitor, to try and gun for a podium or something. Because I mean, being realistic, like this year, it's I'm not going to be there. But with another year of training and improvements, like why shouldn't I be on the podium of the British Cycling TT Champs? Like I'm aiming to win at least one of the domestic nationals this year, so try and be on the same level as John, and John's podiumed multiple times at the BCs, so obviously it's a massive goal, but you don't know. Like you put the training in, you get aero as possible, you get the watts high, and if let's say the course suits me next year, then why the fuck not? But I need this first one under the belt to see what the experience is like. And head getting a bit too big, is it? Just because he does 500 watts for 4 minutes a couple of times, he thinks he's Josh Tarling or something. If I can get close to 18-year-old Tarling power by the end of the season, I'll be happy. With a 10 miler at like 460 watts. He was probably 17 or 18 when he did that. I reckon 440, 450 by the end of the season. Like peak for nationals, I could do 450 for a 10. So yeah, no reason, and no reason I can't keep improving next year. So
Yo, I fuck with the black socks, man. White shoes, black socks. Everyone's on the white socks grind, but you know,
lining up the bottom bracket with the corner of the wall, so aiming for like 45 degrees on either side. What that distance is behind the bottom bracket, I'm measuring that at like 4.5. Matt measured it at 5.5 when we had it set up, but maybe I just move it back 5 mil. And then I'll test it with the UCI jig before the race on Thursday. Move it a little bit back now just to be safe. I want that angle to be 45 degrees, so have that at 45 degrees as well, and then measure the gap. Close, but I'd say that's more like 4.5 compared to compared to 5. So move it back half a centimetre. I checked the height of my extensions and they seem to be absolutely fine. So I've measured them at 11 to 11.5 centimetres high, and they need to be 12 or less. So I think they're Gucci, but just in case I use the jig and it seems completely different, I'm going to bring my old arm pad cups from the old TT bike, and worst case scenario I could like pull the poles down a little bit shorter and then have the arm pad cups sit in the same place. They'll be like the same height, but if I pull the poles down a little bit, then it would be even shorter. So it should be absolutely fine, but just for my peace of mind, I'll take these cups with me as well. The reason I'm messing around with the cups is because my bodge mount has come loose, so I'm gonna retighten that up and re-electrical tape it. Done alright on some pretty lumpy roads, lots of training sessions and races for the last month or so, so I'll just redo that and yeah, should be good. Right, I tightened that up even more than I realised I could do, so the way I tightened it up last time, it took quite a long time for it to wobble loose, and even like today's ride, it was fine. Like it had come loose, but then I move it back into position and it kind of stays there, and it really hasn't been too bad, but I knew I wanted to tighten it up, and yeah, that's so much tighter now, so hopefully that will stay absolutely fine. Just a zone 2 ride on the turbo tomorrow. Check that slightly further back saddle is going to be alright. Also removed and degreased the SRAM cassette. Not a fan of the XDR system, but also getting everything ready for Wednesday. All my tools, spare tyres, sealant, normal helmet for the recon, all the jazz. Everything's coming with me. There we go. Getting 2 hours zone 2 done on the turbo. Weather's been decent, but I wanted to spend some time on the CC bike before tomorrow. Re-waxed the chain yesterday, so I want to break that in properly and clean it all off. Also changed around, moved the saddle slightly backwards, so getting a feel for what it's like riding the position, but I'm a bit of a macro adjuster anyway, and it's such a marginal change, so it feels absolutely fine. And yeah, just getting the legs moving, stretch out this evening, and yeah, heading to Wales tomorrow. Exciting times. It's Wednesday, like 20 to 11 now. Aim to leave in about an hour's time, so got everything ready. So my sleeping bag and toiletries, all my jazz for tomorrow, and then got my main bag as well. So yeah, start packing the car now, give it a vacuum. So car's packed and ready to go. Just crack on with the 180 odd mile trip to Wales. Should be there in about 4 hours. Get a recce of the course and then stay over at with some family, and yeah, should be good. Looking forward to it. Oof. Long old 4.5 hour drive that, but it wasn't horrific, to be honest. I mean, I knew it was going to be a long one, and yeah, it was all right. Roads in Wales are interesting. It's basically just like the Peak District, where the main roads are these single carriageway A roads, so you get stuck behind a lorry or a bus, which was most of them, and so you just like crawling along. So it's like 4.5 hours rather than 4. But yeah, just a nice steady drive here. I've already seen some like team cars and a couple of Movistar riders, so yeah, I'll get set up and get out for my recce of the course. 4:30 now. Stretch the legs out. Sat down 4 hours, bloody hell, 4.5. The bottom of the hill is just like some mini roundabout here, so I'm gonna ride along here to the main road, ride up to the start, up the steadier gradient of the main road, and then do like basically what everyone else is doing other than the elite men, so 2 laps with once up the climb. So once I get to the bottom of the climb, I'll come back towards the car. There we are, bike's ready to go. It's about 5 o'clock. Sky's looking a bit grey now, but I'll get out for the ride, see how it is regardless. I mean, it's nice and warm, so even if it does rain on me. But yeah, let's crack on with it, might as well. Nothing else to do. Holy fuck, that climb is hard. That is ridiculous. I was doing like 400 watts just to keep moving at 50 RPM. That's savage. And the rest of the circuit, the surface is pretty lumpy, so get another lap in, but it's going to be tough tomorrow. Jeez. Yeah, unsurprisingly, the course was pretty damn savage. Obviously, doing the climb, like it maxes out at like 16%, but I get onto the steep bit of the climb, and my Wahoo's like 24%. It's like, bloody brilliant. And yeah, in my smallest gear, so like the 40-28, I'm still 500 watts, 50 RPM. So it's still just a torque effort. But yeah, everyone's doing the same thing, and obviously my gearing is not too bad for it. Could be better, but you know, course is pretty savage. A lot of really rough sections of road, especially the main road just before the bottom of the climb. It gets really, really bad, but because we're racing on closed roads, we're actually going to be meant to be riding on the right hand side, and the right hand carriageway does look a fair bit smoother. I haven't ridden on it because it's open roads at the moment. Like going down the descent, like had to shoot some gaps with cars coming up the hill, and it's like these narrow country lanes. The stopping with the disc brakes is much better, but you're riding a bike. You can't go when you're going fast. You can't just come to a stop. Like you'll just lock up the tires, and then you'll be skidding. So it's not just like you have infinite braking power. Like I know I'm not going to be able to come to a stop on a hill, so I have to shoot those gaps. So it'll be a lot nicer doing those descents on the closed roads. Like the back roady sections, they feel really quite nice. Start at the top of the hill, then you're on some country lanes. It's kind of undulating. I'm definitely only going to I'm going to stay in the 54 for all of the course. There are some really sharp pitches that come out of nowhere, but because they're so short, I might have to get into the base bars depending on if I'm going slow enough, but I'll keep in the big ring and just smash it up those little hills. And it's only for the main climb that I'll need to go into the little ring. Into the road surface starts out quite poor, and then it gets decent, to be fair, and then you're going down a hill which is a twisty descent, but it's not too crazy. But I mean, because it's not too crazy, like the speeds people will be going at for that is absolutely bonkers. But I'll just do what I'm comfortable with. I'll be going fast on that downhill, but I know some people will be going absolutely crazy on it. So you get to the bottom of the hill, then you're on the main road, and this bit of the main road is not too bad. The surface is all right, but again it's undulating. But that's going to be a critical part of the course for me, because that's just get in position, lock in, just keep powering away. But you have got those risers, and I mean, riding it as the recon, I was dropping it into the little ring, but like I say, when I'm doing it for real, I'll just smash it in the big ring, maybe even be able to stay in position if I'm still going around 30k an hour. Then you kind of come off the main road onto these kind of two back roady loops, and the road surface is actually pretty good for those, but you kind of go down, do a little bit of a loop, come back up to the main road, but you can be in the extensions, maybe not the corners, but you can be in the extensions for a lot of that. And the second back roady loop, like it's got some really nice road surface and really flowing downhill roads, and where you can be in the extensions for most of it. So yeah, that's probably the nicest part of the course, these like back road loops. And then you come back onto the main road, and that's where it's the lumpy bit just before the bottom of the hill. But yeah, we'll see how it is tomorrow. No pressure. It's going to be bloody hard. I mean, the competition is going to be nuts, but my legs should be fantastic on the day. I'm feeling really good, feeling fresh, but I feel like I've hit that balance of reducing the volume, reducing the intensity, and I had a really solid 2 weeks of training leading up to this week, so I've really not been too concerned about easing off the gas. So yeah, we'll see how we get on Thursday, and then kind of get home, mentally reset, sort out the bike, and then national 50-mile champs on the Sunday. 2 minute power is probably like still over 500 watts. No 2 minute power. Oh, 1 minute. I'm a liar. Still hard work getting up the hill, I tell you. Welsh people are so nice. Like 4 people who walk past, they stop. Oh, good luck tomorrow, and you have a little chat with them. Had my standard post-race nutrition, just had a protein shake and a peanut butter jam sandwich. Shout out to vanilla protein powder. Put it in a regular bottle, shake it, and it's perfect powder, perfect protein shake. Whereas the strawberry stuff, it just like so clumpy. Head on now to some family that I'm staying with, and then yeah, back here tomorrow to smash it up that hill twice. Jesus, it's not gonna be easy. I mean, I was thinking like 400 watts for the pedaling sections and then 500 watts for the hill. The thing is, like, I need to do 500 watts to keep moving on the hill, so like at least it forces me to it's kind of good because it forces me to push hard on the hill. So yeah, see how we go tomorrow. We have arrived. A car park at the top of the school. Yeah, lovely day, and I mean it was meant to be like a bit wet in the morning and then dry, sun come out and be all right in the afternoon. But yeah, it's looking really nice already at just after 12 o'clock. So yeah, should be good. G and Josh both crashed relatively badly recently, like even less starters, but it's not like I was gonna be anywhere near them anyway. But yeah, still some mega riders to we'll be up against. So it's just a slightly tough battle for Anna Henderson of Little Trek, bronze medal for Fight for Georgia. A couple of S5s. I'm guessing the finish is just down there. Very tight corner onto the base of the climb, but separate it off so you can't. Okay, so that'll be the finish line. So we go through it, and that's where they get the splits from. So that 1, 2, and then the finish. It's the line we're looking for. Twice up the climb for us, so stay left twice. And then last time we had to head back to HQ.
Exciting National Time Trial Championships. Your under-23 men's 2025 Lloyd's British Cycling National Time Trial Champion. Representing Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe rookies, Callum Thornley. The champagne spray and the celebrations for our national champion, Callum Thornley, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe rookies. The British Cycling National Time Trial Champion. Representing Kenyan Stram Zondercrypto, Zoe Backstead.
About 2 hours till my start time, so time to start getting ready. Just under an hour till my start. I need to get there 15 minutes early, so I need to get there at 10:02 at the minimum, so aim to get there at 1:45. Warm up wise, 20 odd minute spin. I'll have my juice in my bottle, get the legs moving a little bit. You have to go up the hill to the start, so it forces you to get the legs moving at least. But yeah, everything seems all right. I checked with you. I wasn't really sure how to do it for the extension height, and didn't want to be faffing around, but the saddle setback looks fine to me. We'll just have to see what happens at the start, but I'm not messing around with it anymore. I think that's legit. Transponder on the fork, not the neatest solution, but just the zip ties provided and then some electrical tape, so it's not wobbling around. Number on. Yeah, should be good. 13 minutes past, starting at 4 minutes past 3, so nothing else to do, might as well. I'm all ready to go, so go for a wee and then get out on the road, spin the legs out a little bit, then head to the start.
5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go on, Tom!
Go on, Tom! Go on!
Tidy up the chaos. Got the bike in the car, that's the main thing. Go get changed in the bathroom like a civilised person. Might as well. Quick quick little debrief in the car. I mean, priority was just getting everything packed and ready to go, essentially. Hard out there, it was hot, and I definitely overcooked it on that first lap. So it was basically 3 laps, but you didn't do the hill on the final lap. And yeah, I just went out way too hot. I mean, for a rolling course, I reckon that what I was doing for the first lap, minus the hill, was maybe sustainable, like going over threshold, but then having sections under threshold where you got the descending sections. So I was going out hot, but I feel like it might have been sustainable on a rolling 25. Because the Watch Shop 25 miler was that sort of course where just a rolling 25 miler, and I was going well above 400 watts for a lot of it. So it's like, I know I can do that, but today, yeah, that wasn't going to cut it because I'd gone out hot, and then we had to go up this ridiculous climb where I was doing like 500 watts sort of thing, 600, 700 for the steep bits. It was proper hill climb territory with people on the side of the road. I went out way too hard on that first climb, I'll be honest, and so I got to the top of it. Well, I got near the top and I'm just like, yeah, mate, I'm cooked. I'm just wanting to step off the bike, but I just know I have to just keep moving, and it's so uncomfortable. So that second lap, I just had to dial it back in just to keep going, basically. So yeah, it was really overcooked it on that first lap, but then eased off that second time up the climb. I just did what I needed to do to keep moving, but so much slower than I was on the first lap, just because that's all I had really. And then felt like I was able to kind of pick it up again after I got to the top of the hill finally. Well, got to the top of the hill, had that rolling section, then had the downhill. I really appreciated the downhill today just because I needed that rest, and it was like a 2-minute descent sort of thing. After I'd done the descent, it was like, okay, it's like an 8-minute effort to the finish here, and I was enjoying those roads a lot more. Nice technical backcountry lanes. It was good. Yeah, power didn't look great. I mean, it was like probably like 360 average, but the normalizer was close to 400, so it makes sense. And yeah, just went out too hot on that first lap, and then that climb just absolutely killed me. But yeah, we live and we learn. Like, it was never going to suit me, and I think I'm at third last or whatever, but it is what it is. I mean, relatively tight spread between us, like top level domestic riders sort of thing. I was about an hour and 1 minute, and just over the hour sort of thing. A lot of the riders are, and I think the pros are more like 57 minutes sort of thing. Today's course, it really doesn't suit me, but there was nothing to lose. I attacked it. Yeah, it was good, and my girlfriend was here, so she was cheering me on the climb. I didn't see her the first lap when I was absolutely smacking it, but that second time up, I'm just dying, and I'm just like, oh, I can't do it. So yeah, that was really nice, and go out for a meal with her and her uncle and auntie. Oh my god, yeah, it was hard work out there, but yeah, we got it done. Had a time of it. Yeah, hopefully a bit of a flatter course next year and slightly better road surface. I don't know, but yeah, it was still good fun, and good to see how I stack up against the pros. I mean, Josh Tarling and Geraint Thomas didn't with DNSs presumably because of injuries. So that's unfortunate, but obviously there's some other World Tour riders like Matty Brennan and such. Top up my water, have my protein shake, and yeah, see what's what. Good experience though, can't complain.
There we go. Champagne celebration for Willie Kissen's time trial champion. Representing Soudal Quickstep, Ethan Hayter. National time trial cycle. And a celebration for Ethan Hayter, your national champion. Well done also to Sam Watson, Williams Grenadiers, and Oliver Knight of Confidence.
Hard work on the way back, but we're here again. Like 4 hours 40 minutes. There was a couple of got through Wales a lot better than on the way there. Like got clear run of the A roads, but there was a couple of diversions where you had to, I mean, there was 4 diversions where you had to go off the road and meander your way back onto them. So yeah, it was like 4 hours, 40 minutes, but yeah, managed to get it done in a stint and felt relatively awake for it, which is good. It's good to have company on a long drive like that, especially. Like, I mean, on the way there in the morning, like it's not too bad, but at the end of the day, after a race, like you can get very tired on those sort of drives. I mean, and it definitely helped not having driven loads this morning, having stayed over last night. Back now, unpack, have a cup of tea, go to bed. Right, got the kit washed, did that this morning, couldn't do it last night, and then get that drying for Sunday. Then I'm just going to be removing the 2x, moving back to the 62 tooth 1x for Sunday again. While I got the chain off, might as well clean the OSPW, and I wanted to check that this part that had unthreaded itself before hadn't got loose at all, and yeah, that's still perfectly tight. So that's good to know that after a good amount of riding that's not coming loose at all, and I've got the tool with me, but I don't need to really worry about that happening again. There we go, back to 1x. Time for a bit of an actual ride now, I think. Priority 1 was sorting the bike for Sunday. I was originally planning on just doing a spin on the turbo, but looks outside, weather seems decent, so decided I'd get out instead. I'm like tired, but my legs feel alright. Just doing like an hour and a half zone 2E. Keep the legs moving. Then a bit of an open ride tomorrow, and then National 50. After that, I'm taking a mid-season break, so I'll take 3 days off at the start of next week, so can't hold peak form forever.
What happened before and be really mindful of that.
Move the saddle about a centimetre further forward again. Was like halfway between this front mark. And to be honest, when they put it on the UCI jig, I mean, it was brushing up against the thing, so it's probably like 4.5 centimetres behind the bottom bracket. So now I've moved it forward another centimetre, so it's, let's say it was 5, now it's 4 centimetres behind the bottom bracket. But yeah, just like kind of half a centimetre behind that last mark on the rail. Mate, I'm absolutely dripping, what the fuck? It's like 50 degrees in here or something. Jesus. Fuck me. Did a 4-minute sub-maximal fatigue test. I think it was above 400 watts. It looked like it was reading 410, 420 from the cork when I looked at the end on my whoosh. But I was hitting 400 on the kicker, but I think maybe I needed to spin down the kicker because the cork looked like it was reading higher, and normally they're reading exactly the same. So I spun down the kicker, done my 15-minute tempo. Dripping. Absolutely dripping, mate. What the fuck? Wonder how warm it is outside. I mean, it's nice, but I think it's going to be toasty tomorrow, like 27 odd degrees. Mental. So yeah, I'll be bringing the ice water, drinking, knocking that back, dousing myself in that before the start. Sweetened out the legs, done a bit of an opener ride. Not feeling great, but you know, doesn't say much about how I'll be feeling tomorrow. So bike's all good to go. Well, need to firmware update the SRAM. I just checked the app and wanted me to do a firmware update. Change the blips back to having shifting on the base bar. Not that I'll really need it for the 50 miler tomorrow, but might as well since I've not got the front derailleur on anymore. Pretty much finished packing and now head down to Bristol where I'm staying overnight. So I've got aim to leave at 4. It's like 20 to 2 now, so got 2.5 hours to get my shit together and then head off. Absolutely sweating buckets, mate. On the way to Bristol, stay over there tonight and then head on to Wales in the morning. Currently stuck in traffic on the M1. Just come to a stop, report of animals, whatever the fuck that means. So yeah, might be a long drive. Morning guys, it is 5:30. Stayed over last night with my brother's friend in Bristol. Feeling relatively coming to terms with the day. So aim to leave it. Get ready, leave around 7, get there for 8. Bit less than an hour drive to Usk in South Wales from here. Get some brekkie down me and crack on. And it's gonna be a warm one. It's gonna be a warm one tomorrow, like 25 odd degrees, but wind's looking low, like 5 to like 7 mile an hour, which is pretty steady wind. So and it's a pretty fast course. So yeah, should be a quick one on the cards. I mean, I want to do a fast one. I don't know what the conditions are going to be like, but I'm thinking like 370 to 380 watts, and then hopefully like that's above the 50k an hour average. Definitely need to pace it because it's going to be over an hour and a half. Hopefully a fair bit less than an hour and 40. Hour and 40 being like 48k an hour average. So it's a long effort. It is going to be warm. So I'm going to have 2 litres of water in the bladder down the front of my skin suit. I also have carbs in the bottle. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to take the carbs. There is an uphill draggy section just before you take the off road onto the B road that loops around. So maybe that'll be a good time to just reach down to the bottle, take a good swig. Mainly pre-fueling sort of thing. Like I'll smash most of a bag of Haribo's and then have some good swigs of the sugar water beforehand, and also like knocking back ice water and douse myself in ice water. I have 6 litres of ice water with me, so plenty of that. Should be good. And then just get this done, and then give myself a reset for the season. Give myself a mid-season break where I'm taking like 3 or 4 days off minimum. 3 or 4 days off max. 3 days off minimum, 4 days off max, depending on what I'm doing for my sister's graduation. Ooh. I've arrived at HQ. 8:03 now, so I've got like 2 hours 10 minutes until my start time. A little time to chill out and prepare. There's 2 main things to look out for on the course. Just looking at the map, we come through this roundabout here. I'm coming up from here. Come through this roundabout, go straight on, and then we need to take this slip road off onto the side road, and which loops around, so that we can rejoin the main carriageway further up. It's a slip road. It's not a full junction. And then when we're coming back, we need to make sure we bear left. Allows you to stay on the A40, so we wiggle through here, and don't get stuck on the A49. That's the main fuck up they don't want you to do. Right, I think that's me all ready to go. Bit over half an hour till the start time, and it's like 10k to the start, so that'll take 20 minutes sort of thing. So I'll just ride to the start, ride around a bit more, but sun's come out, so it's definitely going to be warm. Yeah, got the bladder, got full 2 litres. Smashing the carbs beforehand, and then yeah, get out there, see how it is. Raw thoughts, my ass is in bits. My hamstring is cramped to shit, and so is my glute. I mean, I kept pedaling after the race, and then pulled over for a little bit, and then 10k back to HQ at like probably like 50 watts average. Like my leg is just fucked, because I wasn't able to get, maybe it was salt, just wasn't able to get. I only sipped from my sugar water bottle once. I was sipping well from the bladder at least. Like yeah, you'd lose a little bit of aero reaching down for it, stick it in your mouth, but then I'd just like spit it out and then tuck it back in afterwards. But yeah, that was it's like after the race, after the time trial on Thursday, it's like I couldn't really tell like how I felt about it. Like I couldn't tell if it was a good performance or not. Whereas that, like, I know from the get-go that was a really good ride from me. I mean, it's fast conditions, but I was like a bit under 134, so that's like sub 47 for a 25 miler, and my best 25 miler is like a low 47. So to match that for double the length, like, that's a really good going. So Yeah, power was good, but the main thing was I was just nice and under control, and the heart rate reflected that. I was like in the 160s, but just chugging away, nicer cadence. I felt like I was able to find the gears better. I've got when I did those first 2 time trials of the year with the 62 tooth, I hadn't got the gearing set up properly and it was skipping a lot of gears, whereas now it's kind of, I don't have that issue. I mean, it's only getting to the lower part of the cassette, it does sometimes really clunk down the gears, but I can generally find the gear I want. So I was rocking a lot more of a preferred cadence, so like 100 to 105 RPM rather than grinding away at 95 because I'm scared to flick down the gears. Yeah, so I had Matt Roster as my minute man, and Matt's a bit like me, big guy, but he's a bit more aero than me, probably a bit more power as well. And I mean, I was riding my own race, like sticking to my sort of pacing, but I knew I was going well because he hadn't caught me for a while. And it got to about, I think it was 58 minutes when he caught me. So that was just when we came off the main carriageway onto the twisty, the back roads. But that bit was really fast and nice because it was kind of flowing roads, but mostly downhill, and you had a nice tailwind, and so I really actually enjoyed that section. I mean, it's a really nice course, to be honest. That roundabout at the top, good job, Jake. Had a chat with some people beforehand. Jake Sargent was like, yeah, you need to watch out for that one. It gets really confusing because looking at it on a map, you're just like, oh yeah, you just do a U-turn at that roundabout and then take the last exit on the little one, on the big one. But when you actually get to it, there's a bunch of slip roads and you have to cut across the lanes. So glad we only had to do that once because it did get a little bit confusing. But you just get that out of the way and then you're back on the carriageway until you take the exit onto those back roads again. And yeah, I knew I was going well from the start. Like it was such a nice feeling to be like back on the carriageway. Hit like 50 minutes. 50 minutes is 48k an hour for a 25 miler. So it was good. It was so nice to be back on the carriageway, see the 50 minutes, and I'm at like 42k or whatever. And yeah, then just kept pressing from there, kept winding it up, and yeah, really happy with that ride. My hamstring is fucked because I pressed on at 500 watts for the last little bit because obviously I have to empty the tank. But yeah, did well in the heat as well. Obviously it's super warm, but considering not wearing the base layer, oh my god, I had a disaster at the start. I went off to my start and like give myself half an hour. Of course, front disc brakes rubbing, so I'm like, fuck's sake, go back to the car, remove the axle, put it back in, tighten it up again, and thankfully it's not rubbing anymore. I haven't got the armbands on. I was like, fuck's sake, so I have to go back to HQ again, get my armbands on, and then I'm like pressing onto the start because I'm stressing, but I still had like 20 plus minutes, so, and I got to the start with plenty of time, but it was just like, fuck's sake, Tom, like you get here so early and then I just like start faffing around. Plus, but yeah, all in all, really good day. And see how I did relative. I know I didn't win because I didn't catch Matt and put another minute into him after he'd overtaken me. So and I doubt I beat John. You know, potentially third, but we'll just have to see. The competition is really good today. So there's a lot of guys who could have gone really well. And like I say, I did a really good time, but it was a fast day. So like everyone, all the top guys are going to be fast. But yeah, we'll just have to see. What did I actually do? First reaction, 51 and a bit. I started like 10-15 seconds early, so just under 134. 390 average, fucking hell. What was my left-right balance on the ride back? That's the real question. History. Left-right balance probably like 0.41. My left leg's so fucked. Jesus Christ. 91 watts. Fucking legend. I think it was like 50. Right, let's get my shit together, but need to keep moving because Mr. Crampy McGee still cramping to shit. Just hop on my way to HQ and see how everyone did. Official results still not come through. Just going to go on my protein shake, but I think I'm third behind Matt and John. So Matt Roster did like 131 something, or 131, 132, something like that. John did a 130 something, and I was 133. So, and I think my main person I thought was like going to be close would be Duggleby, and I think Duggleby did 1:36, John said. So yeah, should be on the podium, which is good. Bit of a relief just to make sure the 10 last year wasn't a fluke. That yeah, I can ride my bike fast sometimes. The wait continues. Most people are left. I think there's some error with some of the results. Should be okay for third. The shield.
Which is a provisional competition record from Team Bottrell. It's Thomas Lee, Rob Francis and James Sargent.
Whee!
Huh? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
1 hour 49 minutes 44 seconds. Also Team Bottrell is Alex Clay.
What's on?
In second place with a time of 1 hour 31 minutes 46 seconds from George Fox Cycling Solutions is Max Rossiter. And the 2025 National Open Time Trial Champion with a time of 1 hour 30 minutes and 8 seconds, which is also a provisional competition record, is John Archibald. Second winner is John.
I'm not going to pull anyone past the longer, but just stand up. We'll sort it. Sit up, hold everyone. Thank you.
Bosh, mate, double stacked it. Team prize and third place overall, so yeah, really happy with that. No thanks, I will leave it at 380, thank you very much. All unpacked and got my kit washed, and then I'm taking like 4 days off as a mid-season break, just to kind of soft reset to make sure I don't end up pushing it too far and overcooking it. I think that would be good for me, and then kind of next race back is going to be the 100 miler, which I'm keen for now. Like, it'll be hard, and the saddle sores is the thing that I'm worried about the most, but I think it'll be good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. A lot of driving this week for the British Cycling Time Trial Champs on the Wednesday, Thursday. It was probably a 10-hour round trip, and then today and yesterday that was probably like 8-hour round trip, 4 hours there, 4 hours back total. But yeah, dropped off the Trinity with Matt, and planning on collecting that at some point next week. Just getting it moved across the new frame, because the Giant has an issue with the frames they sent out. They don't like the paint, so sending those back and moving it across the new frame. Get back to training, ease back into it, and then smash it with the 100 miler pretty much off the bat. I'm just gonna like not now, but over the next few days, like finalise my plan of what I'm doing for getting back to training, and then kind of the how I'm going to approach the rest of the season, and hopefully get a national title. It was in my mind like well before the start of the season. I don't know if I was looking at past winners like Jake won the 100 in 2022. I think Chris Fennell's first title was in the 100 potentially, and I was just thinking for some reason like 6 or 9 months ago I was thinking, oh yeah, if I'm gonna win something I wouldn't be surprised if I just like surprise win the 100, and based on today, like Matt Roster and John Archibald aren't going to be doing the 100. Doggleby's not doing it either. So the main competition is James Jenkins and Jake. Formidable riders, and they're very experienced at doing the long stuff as well, which is where the issue could be. But yeah, I'll rock up to it, give it a good crack. Very good chance of getting a podium, even though it's my first time doing it. Like yesterday was my first 50, but it's 100 is it's twice as far. I don't know if you've ever done the math. I don't know. I've got it in the back of my mind now that I'm like, fuck, I kind of want to win the 100. I mean, the 10's my main target. I mean, I feel like it's what I'm suited to the best. Maybe team pursuit, maybe individual pursuits, but we'll find that out this winter. But yeah, I'll be doing the 100, so might as well give a good crack at it, and decent potential there to medal, if not get the win. So let's go for it. I don't know if this list is right, but if it is, then I'm the 4th fastest 50 miler ever. So it'll be John, Marcin, then Matt, then me. I don't know if this is a bit out of date, but pretty cool.